Hello everyone! So today I'm going to talk to you about my new bike lights. So a lot of people had a lot of questions about these when I posted a photo on Twitter, and so I'm just going to go over what I think about them so far. So they're battery-free lights. They work on a magnet system. So the magnet is lined up with the lights. You can't see it, it's behind it. There it is. Alright, so this is the magnet. It passes through another magnet inside the light there, so you have to line it up when you install it. So what you get when it arrives, and here's the box, you get a box, a nice small packaging with a front and a rear light, and you get obviously a front and a rear magnet. That's what it looks like. So you screw it onto your spoke. With that you get this magnet. So when you put it on the spoke, you use that to line it up properly, and you pretty much want that magnet touching the light so that you know it's close enough to get a good charge, or not charge, but magnetic field, so that you get the magnetic power for the light. So that's what it comes with, as well as this key. It's just a teeny tiny Allen key. So you've got movement here, up and down. So you'll notice mine's on upside down, and that's because these lights are made by a Danish company and for Europeans, and they drive on the right side of the road. So because in England we're on the left side, I had to mount, well, I didn't have to, but it made more sense to mount it on this side of my bike, which meant the light had to go upside down in order to go on that side. So, but because it's able to be adjusted that way, it works pretty well. It also adjusts back and forth, but you do need it to be only a couple centimeters away from that. Somebody also was mentioning their concern about it getting caught in the wheel, and having had my front wheel jammed before, that is also was a slight concern of mine. However, this pivoting head here, I'm pretty certain that if somehow that managed to happen, and it happened while you're riding, and it got caught, this actually comes off, that rounded pivot, so I don't think it would take that much force to pop it off. So I feel like it's safe in that way, and the most likely time for the light to get moved, my feeling is when it's parked. So if it gets knocked by another bike in a parking situation. So it's strapped on here, and a lot of people commented on this, not thinking it would be very sturdy. This won't move. It's up and down. I mean, it's not going to move. I can't budge it, other than that little bit. These are wires. They're not rubber bands. So a lot of people thought they were like Garmin rubber bands. And the way it works is this little key goes in there, and what happens I'm going to loosen it so you can get an idea of how it works. Right, so you can see it's loose now. It has quite a bit of leeway, this wire, so it could fit quite a large fork. So all you do is you tighten it by obviously turning it the other way, clockwise, and it reels in, I believe, the wire inside the light. So that's how you install it, and it can hold, like I said, quite a large fork because the diameter is quite large of that wire, and it just hooks in around there. So it doesn't easily come off. It does not easily move once you have it tightened. And as far as the light, I bought it as a secondary light because if my main light ever goes out and I forget to charge it and the batteries die or it just breaks because it's getting old, I do have something. So A, I'm legal to be riding my bike, and 2, I have a light on for the dark. They also, obviously, as long as your bike is riding and your wheel's moving, the light's on. So they're actually daytime running lights, which is kind of nice. It means I have lights running all the time. And when you stop, they run for about 2 minutes, up to 2 minutes after you stop. So if you're at a red light or something, they continue to flash. So they're great. And they start up as soon as you start riding the bike, as long as you've got that lined up properly. So all that is great. I'm very happy with the front. The front is quite bright, and I'll be showing you some video as I talk, so hopefully you've gotten an idea of that. The problem for me is the rear. So the rear, I can't mount on that side of the bike, and please excuse my dirty bike, because my bike is well, any bike that has a cassette. So I can't put the lights here on this on the back. It has to be on the other side because of the cassette. There's no way to put it on the fork and have it close enough to the wheel to get that magnetic resistance powering the light. So I had to have that back one. So the concern was the rack would get in the way, and I'll show you the videos here. But actually, in the end, it was the fender, this bit on the back, that actually more blocked the light than the racks did. So unfortunately, the backlight, though is a backup and is there, isn't really that great of a backup light because it's quite hidden. So it would do to get me home for a very short distance. I wouldn't be very happy to ride with just that light for very far. They use them in Denmark quite, their first version of these lights are quite popular. I am happy. I think this company, if you look at their website, they make amazing designs. When my main light goes, I'm definitely going to be looking at their lights for a front light. They make beautiful designed lights, and so they have battery lights as well, and they also have more powerful other magnetic lights. The light itself costs £54. I believe it's 60 euros. That's for the set, the front and the rear. They do come together, so you have, I believe, you have to buy both. So in the UK, maybe if you have racks or fenders like I do, having both is not going to be very beneficial to you. I got mine in a Kickstarter campaign and paid a little bit less for them because of that. But I'm really enjoying it, and I love the front light. I love having the extra light and running in the day and everything. It's pretty good. We're almost at the end of review week. I hope you've enjoyed it and found it interesting. If you have, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Thanks for watching.